All right, there we go. It worked that time. All right, so I'm going to be going live. So I haven't been going live the last couple days for live streaming, and that's something that I need to work on. But you may or not have been able to tell in my most recent live streams, but like I've definitely been out of it. And in my most recent video, I'm going to kind of talk about it, but it all comes down to, I'm trying to think of the right word. At the end of the day, the core of trading is mastering yourself, right? And that is the hardest part, in my opinion, is doing the things I know I need to do but don't want to do, even though I know I need to do it. And especially because what happens is you go through the cycle of feeling like you're doing everything you can and then feeling burnt out, and et cetera, et cetera. But Etsy, what's up, bro? Sorry I didn't go live like I was saying. You may or may not have been able to tell in the streams, but like I have not been on my A game lately, and it's just because the market reflects how you are in real life. And honestly, in real life, I've been kind of, I don't know another word for it. I've been kind of like out of it. I've been out of it lately. Ashwath. Sweet. I'll call you that from now on. So, I mean, if I'm out of it in real life, if I know that there's things that I like should be doing and I'm not, or like I'm trying to think of a good example. But the point is, if I'm out of it in real life, the market's a mirror. It's going to reflect back on me how I perform in the market, how I trade. If I look for quick dopamine releases in real life, I'm going to look for the trades that are a lower quality. I'm going to take trades that are lower quality just to feel that dopamine, you know? And so no matter how much you try and avoid it, it's always going to come around to that. And so it's just something that I need to work on. But what I'm trying to say is I have to work on mastering myself still, and that's part of why I've been struggling, in my opinion, lately with trading, is because I'm really not doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not going live every morning. I'm not, and I kind of deserve to be in this weird stagnant area where I'm in. So, because I haven't been doing everything like I was in February. In February, that's when I got funded. That's when I got the payouts. So I'm going to try and do better. I'm going to try and lock in. Obviously, not perfect, but here we go. I'm going to do a backtesting session. Going to look for some trades. And yeah, like I said, obviously, you'll never be perfect, but we just got to keep trying to get better. So with that, let's go ahead and do a backtesting session. And we'll talk about trades we could have taken today. So, and now obviously in my market recap, I'm going to cover that as well. I'm going to really try and make one today. But anyway, first let's cover, I haven't even looked at the higher time frame, but maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just look at trades you could have taken. Yeah, let's start recording trades you could have taken. So, first thing I see is I love this. This kind of seems nice where we sweep out these lows. It's so much easier to spot trades in hindsight, but sweep out these lows. And then we have a nice gap here. And we get a good candle up. Now, I'm not sure I love that. It's not like the most obvious. We don't have a super obvious strong liquidity, but we do inverse this gap right here. So there we go. And yeah, like I said in the last live stream, I'm not looking at like the viewer count anymore because that messes with me when I start doing weird things. But yeah, like this one, not obvious. we're gonna go run liquidity, and then boom, we get this candle. So I'd probably enter on that, and then like this. Then you can go break even right here. And then, see, the thing about this is that I don't like is I don't think there's an obvious draw on liquidity. Is there? Do you see one? I'd probably just go for this. Or maybe I'll just take profit here. Probably just do that. I guess you could have targeted this, but I'd probably just target this. Alright. What I'm realizing is, like, it's not a game of inverse for value gaps. It's not a game of flow state. This is not a game of any model. It's no model actually even matters. The market doesn't care about your model. The market only cares about liquidity. So if you know the market's right around liquidity, that's the number one thing. Your inverse for value gap, your change state delivery, they are just your gun to go shoot at the liquidity. They're not your actual, they're nothing more than that. And so, anyway, that's just something I'm realizing is, like, it's all been liquidity. It always has been. It's all based off of where people are going to get stopped out. Has nothing to do with actual inverse or value gaps. Has nothing to do with actual change state deliveries. You know, it has everything to do with where's the draw on liquidity. We should check if there was SMT. -minute. I gotta do a better job of actually live streaming. What is going on? Why does it keep teleporting? Oh. There we go. Oh, we got SMT with YM here. That's cool. Alright. So yeah, SMT at the lows. And, like, let's say you knew the higher time frame draw. You could definitely target. Maybe you saw this consolidation, right? Anyway, I'm not going to say that you should have targeted that, but I'm just showing that it probably was going to go there. Anyway. $15-minute IVG. And then boom, we go run liquidity. Stop loss. You could probably put your stop loss like right here. Okay. There's trade number one. Logging that right now. Yeah, I've been doing a bad job at doing everything I'm supposed to do, which includes journaling, which includes backtesting, which includes filming my videos, live streaming. And so I think that's where my shortcoming is right now. And if I can just fix myself and fix my brain to do the things I don't want to do, and tell myself I know I don't want to do this, but I know that if I do the things I don't want to do consistently and just consistently build my discipline, that's what's going to turn me profitable. Then that's when I'm going to turn profitable, is when I'm able to consistently do these things that I don't want to do. It sucks, but anyway, like I said, 6:30, 15-minute IPG. There we go. And I think I might adjust my rules as well. Like not change my rules, but I need to reformat everything. So, because I just it's kind of a mess right now. So, okay, I need to go over the trades I took and email Apex because they're asking me. Never mind. Forgot I can't say that. Okay, well, like I was saying, I'm gonna review a trade that I took. I liked this inverse fair value gap. We'd equal highs. Well, actually, these were already hit. The main issue with this is if there was a better draw on liquidity here, which I guess there was this, we probably would have gotten ran it. Actually, this is a good draw on liquidity, if I'm being honest. Probably should have just gone for this. Well, I mean, I was, but what happened was I got stopped at break even. And I don't think that's a bad thing, right? So what happened is we sweep out this low. I think this is a fine break even. Sweep out this low. But also, yeah, it is a fine break even. It's just, I don't know, the draw on liquidity could have always been better, but I think it was fine. The only thing is the RR that might not make sense. No, it's fine. The RR is fine. But what I don't understand is what happened here. So I don't know if this would have hit TP or not, but this ended up being break even for me. And it's tough because, like, I like it, but also, is the draw on liquidity perfect? Like, I feel like we could have had a better draw on liquidity. Maybe I could have gone for this high. I don't know. Anyway, this was break even for me because I went break even here, and then you can see we come back. I don't know when we hit break even, but we did. I don't know, like, this is one where I'm like, do I regret this? The main thing is I don't know if the draw on liquidity was perfect. I just don't know if we had a really good draw on liquidity. So maybe next time, even though this was a really good inversion with good signature, if there's no good draw on liquidity, like, maybe I don't take this. But the nice thing about it is I think we did have SMT. Yeah, we literally had SMT too. So it was pretty nice. I think it was a pretty good break-even trade. But once again, like, here, I want to go down the lower time frame and kind of see exactly, like, did we go up before we went down? Yeah, we went all the way up before we went down, which is kind of... But, like, once again, that'd be break-even. So yeah, this is what happened. Break even got hit. Maybe I should not have gone break even here. Tough, I don't know. I think it's fine to go break even. Nine o'clock. IPG. 5 minute. Live. There we go. Saving that. And then this was dumb. Don't make fun of me. Oh, I forgot to put the SMT here too. Okay, there we go. Let's redo this. 9 o'clock, IPG, 5 minute, live. Okay, so yeah, don't make fun of me, but I took this one too. This one wasn't good. But guys, I'm just trying to get better. So we had SMT with this high, and yeah, the dodgy indicator went off, so that didn't help, and I was like, ooh, maybe this is good, but this is not good, and I completely regret this, right? This is, honestly, this is why I need to enforce that rule where I need to, like, go on a walk or something after my trade, because otherwise I do stupid stuff like this. But yeah, this ended up being a loss, and, yeah. And then I was done, so that was... yeah, that was stupid. This is why what I mean when I'm saying, like, this is what I mean when I say, like, if you're undisciplined off the charts, you're gonna do stupid stuff on the charts, and so it's just a discipline issue. So Anyway, like I said, once you master yourself, you already know how to trade, so you'll catch the winners, you know. So yeah, I regret this one. I definitely regret this one. It's just not obvious enough. It's really not. So anyway, let's go ahead and put both of those in there. So I also need to put yesterday's in there. So this was June 3rd, and then we also need to have one for yesterday. Do I approve of the first trade I took today? Let's see. I mean, the signature, the first one was this one. The signature was good. Break-even spot was good. The sweep was good. Only thing I'll say is there's no obvious target. And I think that's why it failed. I don't know. I have to think about that one, but I definitely say second one I reject this. This was a bad trade. And then, yeah. Let's see here. What time is this at? 9:10, 5-minute IVG. And then this one was break even, and so is this one. $1.63. Whoops. $9 o'clock. No, 8:55 for the other one. And this was on 5-minute chart. And then, yeah. Okay. Do I regret that one? I have to think. Nori, what's up, bro? Right now I'm going through the trades I've taken recently, and yes, I've been doing terrible, but my most recent video, it's going to explain kind of where I'm at, because I made a short form video today, and it's going to explain, like, the market's a mirror, right? At the end of the day, I can know as much as I wanted about trading. I could know as much, but if I am going through habits that are, like, training my brain. Like, my brain needs to be able to not go after short-term dopamine. It needs to be able to be disciplined and do hard things I don't want to do. And the reality is, like, it's going, like, everything outside your trading is going to bleed into your trading. And I wish it wasn't the case. I wish it was just easy. I wish everything was easy. I wish, like, trading was just easier. But the reality is it's not, because it is half understanding of everything and then half understanding of the controlling yourself and controlling your ability not to do something stupid. And so my video today, I'm going to talk about that. But like, so much, because you're going to be presented 10 trades, right? Maybe 2 of those trades you actually want to take. Your job as a trader is to say, I'm not going to take the other 8. I'm going to pass on them because they're not good enough. So that's the hard part about trading, and that is why self-control is the biggest gap between profitability and not. And that's where I'm working on right now. So I'm going to say, honestly, so this was the first trade I took here. This was the first trade I took. And I'm honestly going to say no, because I'm going to say no, I should not have taken it. I'm going to disapprove of it because it's just not an obvious target. There's no obvious draw on liquidity. So yeah, I'm going to say disapproval. And then I don't remember what the RR was. I think it was 1-to-1. It was 1-to-1 I was going for. And that was break even. So, and then we'll go over this one. And then I have to send an email. So, Monday, I think I did something dumb. I can't remember. Did I do something dumb? I can't think. Monday. What did I do on Monday? Monday was break even too, right? Yeah. What did I do on Monday? This isn't good. Don't make fun of me. But I'm trying to remember what I did. Like, this is why I need to be consistent and journal every day. Because then I just... Like, this is not good. I don't remember, but whatever. What is my strategy? So I was just talking about this, actually, but... What I trade is inverse for value gaps. But at the end of the day... It's not the inverse for value. It's not the strategy that matters. It's understanding that conceptually the market's ready to run liquidity versus not. The entry could be like an inverse for value gap, a change of state of delivery. But the actual profitability is when you understand, is the market ready to go on a stop run or is it not? That is the difference between profitability and not profitability. Is the market ready to go run liquidity? So what I'm realizing is like, yeah, like the inverse value gap, it's just the sword. You have to be able to know when to swing the sword. You can't just go swinging it. You have to be able to time it, precise it, and know, okay, the market's with this inversion, we're gonna go run liquidity, and then boom, you know. So my strategy is inverse value gaps. You should go look at my most popular video on it. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, I think that's a good analogy, though. I think I should talk about that in my next video. I'm gonna say, wait, am I just dumb? Like, why can't I remember? I've just been losing it the last few days, and that is why I'm trading so bad. It's just because, like, if you're mentally not there, you're going to not trade. No matter how good at trading you are, you're not gonna trade right. And so that's where I need to be able to say, okay, I need to be able to master myself. I need to be able to have self-control, so that way I'm able to trade good, right? Especially like getting enough sleep. That is one thing that I really struggle with, really badly. But this is kind of cool because this is a trade Dodgy took, and the reason this is good is because this is a really obvious range here. The reason this is good is this is a really we'll cover these trades after I'm done with this, but this is really obvious equal lows, and so this is all just like essentially just void. The reason that's good. Okay, man, why am I just like blanking on what I even traded? I think it was on. It must have been this. Very similar looking trade, actually, to this other one I took today. Very similar. Yeah, this one was good. I like this one. This was the trade I took, right? That market, it's so hard, dude. And like, I know, like I beat myself up, but I have to remember, like some people have been in the market for like 4 or 6 years and are still unprofitable. And like, I've seen okay, like I've done okay for being in the market for slightly less than. I gotta charge my laptop. Where's my charger at? My laptop charger. It's like I beat myself up because I'm like semi-profitable, but because I've gotten payouts, I've gotten funded, but I'm also like right now I'm doing terrible, and you know why? It's because of what's my life outside the charts right now, right? It's really bad. Like I'm like not keeping it together. I'm losing it. Like I went on this crazy spiral on Twitter, and like the reason that I'm still struggling is because I'm spiraling outside the markets. My life's not together outside the markets. So when I come back in the markets, I do stupid things. And so that's what it comes down to. I mean, I wish it wasn't like that, but it is. So anyway, I think the trade I took was this. So let's just verify that that's the case. Oh, but my point is, like, like I beat myself up, but I should be proud of myself because even though I've been doing trading for less than 2 years, like I still am, I've gotten funded and I've gotten a payout. So for only 2 years is, to me, it's a long time, but I'm sure to someone like you, you're like 2 years, you're a baby, and I'm like, yeah, I guess so. Okay, let's figure out what I did yesterday. Man, this should never happen. This should never happen. I should never be able to not remember what I did on a day. It's not good. That goes to show how out of it I've been. Oh, my phone's dead. Let me go charge my phone too. Actually, I have a charger right here. Alright. So let's go see if I can check my history. But like, if I can just get my life together outside the charts, I think my life in the charts is going to get way better. And so I know it's hard, but I gotta try. I gotta try to do it. Because if I'm spiraling outside the charts, I'm not gonna be a successful trader. I mean, it's like impossible. So this is what I did. Sell order. Oh, it looks like it was in the afternoon. Market 13. What time zone are we in? Anyway, now that's helpful that I know that that's in the afternoon. Yes. I remember what I did. Okay. Alright, I took this. And do I regret this? Yeah. Because what am I targeting besides these lows are obvious, we're going to go run those lows. But then what, right? So I took this inversion. We sweep out this high. But like past these lows, the draw on liquidity becomes unclear. So sweep, inversion. And we have these low resistance lows, but then this was the trade, right? No, that was this morning. Oh, no, that's not even it. What was it? Was it really this? Must have been. Why did I take this? I'm dumb. Yeah, 1535 and then 15. Yeah, it's gotta be this, huh? Yeah. I regret that. Man, this was not a good trade. See, this is what I mean when I say the market, it's not about how good you are, because like I could know afterwards not to take this trade, but if I'm, if I'm not disciplined in the moment, I'm gonna do stupid things. So yeah, I regret this because, why do I regret this? It's just not obvious enough we're gonna go around liquidity. And this candle close is whack. What was this? 1530. I guess it was the macro, but 1533 IPG. 1533 IPG, 3-minute live. Oh, this was on Monday. I gotta put that. Okay, let's go ahead and make a folder for both of those days. So June 2nd. Okay, be right back. I have to use the bathroom. All right, now that journaling is done, it is time to backtest. Actually, I gotta write an email real quick and then backtest. So let me go ahead and do that. Oh, we have to write it. I have to write everything in the journal. So just hang on a sec. I can't really show this. What time frame was this on? Not gonna lie, I think this is fine for my journal, honestly. I don't know. I think putting a description here is fine. I'm gonna count this as journaling. Okay. Let's see. What was I doing? Oh yeah. 15:33. I think it was 3 minute. 3 minute. Let's just go ahead and put it in the journal. 910. Okay. All right. I sent the email. There we go. Okay. Oh, what was the RR on this? The first one. 1 to 1. Okay, I'm gonna edit I'm gonna update my rules doc because I want to put in like the step-by-step procedure of what to do in here. Okay. Trade. Let's go and find a good example of a liquidity sweep in here. I was recording a lot of flow states at this time because I was considering just doing flow state at that time. February. Can we find a liquidity sweep? Maybe we should just make our own. Let's find our own example. Okay, let's find our own example. So what's an example of a good setup here? Usually good setups are not too hard to find. Okay. I'll work on this more later. And then good break even spot is the last thing. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna update these other rules here because it's kind of a mess. So what is this? What? None of these are even like my rules right now. So this isn't. Yeah. Ooh, that format looks way better. Oh man, I like that. Daily framework. Nah, it doesn't look good. Some of these rules are so messy. That's why I need to fix this. Daily framework. I'm gonna do I kind of like that too. Oh. Ooh, I should get the page numbers. Oh, that's gonna be fire. Okay, wait. How do I get page numbers? I kind of need to work on this later because I have to actually review the market. What's up, Juxie? My rules right now are a mess, and this is something I'm going to talk about in my video I'm going to make today. Or I already made it, but I need to edit it. Is your life outside the charts directly affects your life in the charts. And so right now, I'm kind of all over the place, and I'm just going to get my stuff together. My rules document has been a mess for like forever, so I'm just going to clean everything up, hopefully this week. And then my life outside the charts, I'm just going to try and live a lot more disciplined because I haven't been lately. And that's a big reason for me, doing stupid stuff on the charts. Anyway, I'm going to go back to backtesting. I'm going to finish this later. This is a mess right now. I really need to fix this. Oh, let's get the page numbers, though, because that's the one thing that I really wanted to do. I work during the day, but I trade during the morning, and yeah, I'm not a full-time trader yet, but I want to be. Um Oh, there we go. Header. We want page numbers in the header. Oh, man. I help at my dad's offices. He has like an apartment complex, and I work there. I take care of stuff there. Man, what? How come? So wait, hang on. We're almost done. I'm almost done with this. There we go. Now go down. Can it go down? Why is it not? Oh, man. I want to keep the page number, though. Oh, I think I know how to do it. I think you go different on first page. Yeah, there we go. That's what we wanted. Okay, fixed it. All right, so I'm going to go back to back testing, and we're just going to... Let's try and go for at least five back tests real quick, and then we should be good. So... First thing I like is this. Okay, yeah, join the Discord. The link should be in the YouTube, whatever it's called. So this one was nice. I like this 15-minute inversion here. So this is the first back test we're going to do. We come down, pop off this low here. This happens to be, I think might have been previous day's low. This was a session low. So we pop off a session low here. So here we got session low, Asia low. So there's session low. Yeah, it should be in the description of my YouTube. So there we go, Asia low. And then we come up, we have this old 15-minute gap, and this is a pretty good area, right? This is just a really obvious accumulation range, a really obvious consolidation, and pretty good liquidity. So we know that this is probably where people are going to get stopped out. So there we go. And then, so when we inverse this, right, on this candle close, we're probably going to go run up to this, this consolidation here. So let's get rid of the boxes. And then yeah, this is a decent candle close. You don't need to put, since we had good displacement, like I'd probably just say you could put your stop loss below the fair value gap. Probably go like that. And you can see we go straight to go run that liquidity. And also, it's not just this is a consolidation, but we also have all of this as well. So There we go. So this is trade number 1 back tested. Oh yeah, let's bring it down a little bit. There we go. This was from Friday. Now I guess, yeah, you're supposed to technically have your stop loss like that, but I probably wouldn't take this because it'd be weird to, you know, have your stop loss like that. So I probably wouldn't take this, if I'm being realistic, but still, let's just screenshot it. It's a lot, like I always say, it's a lot easier to find trades in hindsight than it is to ever catch them real time. I mean, so it's a whole different beast. That's where you got to work on your, like, I got to work on my discipline outside the charts so I don't take stupid trades in the charts. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this. This was from Friday, 14:45. May. Let's go ahead and put this in here. 5/30/25, Friday. $14.45. 15-minute. Let's get rid of this. $14.45 IFG. Okay, saved that. Okay, let's find at least 4 more now, and then I'll be done for now. Not seeing anything obvious in here. This doesn't seem obvious to me. Awesome. Like, I know we inverse this. Like, we come down, sweep out this low. It's just not convincing. I don't know. Let's see. This was today. So, once again, this, I liked this. But, 1, this was break even. 2, I just don't see the draw on liquidity. I don't think there was a good draw on liquidity. Well, I guess there's a previous day's high. So maybe you could have taken this, and with conviction, you could have held it to previous day's high. You know what? Let's just say that you could have done that, right? And so maybe I should have done that, right? If I had done that, this would have hit. If I had not gone to break even, right? And so this is the ultimate question of, like, you know, is break even always right all the time? In this case, if I had just not gone to break even, I could have hit TP. And that's the hard part about trading, is you're always going to be like, oh, should I have done this or should I not have done this? And honestly, I think going to break even was fine. But I could have hit 2-1 here. So, you know what? I'm going to go with the fact that I think this was fine to not, because I'd rather go break even at this high. And it was just maybe not super obvious we were ready to go run liquidity. But we did inverse it, so I'm going to mark it out. Yeah, I don't delete them, don't worry. No, yeah, all those fake accounts, they're all fake. They're all fake. Yeah, I never delete any of the live backtesting sessions. So you see how we have previous day's high here. That's a really good draw on liquidity. We pop off of it. Now I did take this live. I did take this, but the thing that happened to me here, this was a good trade, really obvious. The problem was I went break even here, and you can see we hit break even right away. And once again, like, I don't really regret that. I think that's fine. I'm just wondering, like, sometimes you just have to, like, use your best judgment. Like, maybe going break even here, you don't need to go break even here. It's a tough decision, right? And this is where, you just have to play the probabilities. I was just okay with going break even. I think going break even here was fine. But if I didn't go break even, you can see this would have hit TP. It's okay. I'm not, like, too upset about it. But I loved this candle body closure. I thought this was, worth playing the probabilities on. So, anyway, I'm not upset about it. It's fine. It's just, didn't happen to work out. I ended up hitting break even, and yeah, once again, it's fine. Yeah, there's so many fake accounts of me. They're all fake. Okay, this was at 9 o'clock. But you would have had to not go break even, and I did, so whatever. I'm still going to write it down. IFEG, 5 minute. Okay. IFEG, 5 minute. And then we go run up to previous day's high, which was the drawn liquidity. Boom. Okay, saving it. All right, let's try and find some more here. This was really nice, actually. But this happened at 4 a.m., so, yeah, this was nice. The only thing about this that I will say is I don't like this external gap, so I probably wouldn't have taken it. What you think of right now, we take that previous day's high. What do I think of us going up to previous day's high? I don't know. I'd have to look more at it. I haven't looked at it at all, to be honest. And guys, just understand that I'm still learning with you guys. Like, I make stupid mistakes all the time. My discipline off the charts, I have a lot of room to improve with my discipline off the charts, and so that's one of the reasons why I'm still only semi-profitable, is just because discipline off the charts, I still have work to put in, and I'm genuinely trying to get better, but it's hard. It's hard. It's not easy. It's really not. I like this, though. The 15-minute... Okay, this is where I think actually, like, this actually makes a lot of sense. So we're going to mark this out, actually. We sweep out this low. This might have been a significant low. Let's see. Sweep out this low. Was it? Yep, it was PM. So we had PM get swept. What do you think we take out previous day's high right now? I think it's possible, but like I'd have to look at the higher time frame to really get a specific. Yeah, I'd have to look at the higher time frame, so I don't know. I'm gonna try and just do 2 more after this, and then I gotta move on to the next thing. So, what is this? Yeah, PM low. This is just really good candle closure. So I trade liquidity, right? Not the entry model is just the tool to go run liquidity. I'm not like, I want to see the closure, and then have it be obvious we're gonna go run liquidity. And then you can see it was obvious that we were gonna go run liquidity. So we trade liquidity. We don't trade the model. We trade, like, it's hard to explain, but we trade the market going to go run specific highs and lows. We're not trading like any old inverse fair value gap. It has to be in context of what actually makes sense. So there's inversion. I don't like this closure, but I like this closure. So this is probably how I would do this, is I would go like this, and then you could pretty confidently go break even. I'd probably put stop loss like around here, and pretty confidently go break even here at this high, and then you're just chilling at that point. I think we had previous day's high here. So maybe you could have targeted previous day's high. Let's just say that you did that, right? Actually, I'm trying to only target 2 to 1s. So I would probably just go with this consolidation here. It's probably what I would target. Let's measure out the volume here. Yeah, I'd probably take profit here. There we go. That's a 1 to 1. I'd probably do that. So break even and then target this liquidity pool here. So that's probably how I would do this. TP. Do analysis on, oh, sorry, I didn't see that. I'm just about to finish with the backtesting session because I gotta edit my short form video and stuff, and maybe make a market recap if I have time, but to be honest, I don't know if I'll have time today. We'll see. I'm just trying my best. I don't know. I don't think I have time to look at GPB. Maybe we can tomorrow if I live stream backtesting tomorrow. I might. I'm trying to every day now. I'm trying to just get better because once again, my life outside the charts, my discipline outside the charts, it affects my life in the charts. It affects the quality of the trades I take in the charts. So I gotta work on it, but I only trade indices, but also like you can trade anything. That the market moves to run liquidity on every asset. So it's not like you can't trade other things. You can. It's just I like to trade indices. And so we might have even had SMT here. Yeah, we literally did have SMT here, which was probably the nicest part about this. There might have been 2 SMTs actually. Wow, yeah, look, we get SMT. Oh, this is really cool. SMT here. So we have SMT with S&P 500, lower low, higher low. So there's one SMT, and then we have a lower time frame SMT with YM here. So as always, it's hard to catch all this in the moment. It's so hard. It's ridiculously hard. But I mean, trading's hard, right? It's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. I'm trying to do a live stream for trading every morning. I haven't been because once again, I'm working on my discipline for my life outside the charts, and right now it's kind of sucking. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm still working on my discipline outside the charts, so I can have better discipline in the charts, which includes streaming every day. But I'm trying to do a consistent live stream every single day, starting at 9:15 Eastern to 11:10 Eastern. That's the goal. That's where I want to get, and then maybe do optional backtesting streams in the afternoon or around this time, right? But that's the goal. I want to get to that point. It's not easy. We'll keep working at it, but yeah. I think this was, man, this is kind of cool. And you know what else about this is we can do. The reason for the entry, is it because of the sweep of, it's the sweep, we get a sweep, an inversion with a good close, and I don't like this close, so I didn't take that. But I would say you take this, and then you trade your draw on liquidity, which is this consolidation here. Boom. So the way I trade is I trade based off of liquidity. So I look for a sweep, inversion, or CISD. But if it's a CISD, I usually need to see some kind of higher time frame level, and then obvious we are ready to run liquidity in good break even spot. That's basically how I trade. So sweep, inversion, ready to go run liquidity, boom, and then take profit. Because what you're doing is you're entering before the stop run starts, because the market moves in stop runs. So you're preceding the stop run, because the market moves algorithmically to go run stop losses. So if I enter before all the stop losses get hit, my take profit is other people's stop losses. So that's the whole concept behind it. You're trading liquidity, you're not trading the entry model. Trade liquidity, trade conceptually, don't trade the actual entry. Like, if you take any old inversion, they're not going to work, right? Like, I'm going to probably make a video about this, but I'm going to do like a review of Dodgy's indicator. And my honest thoughts are, I don't think people should get it, because it is pretty much useless if you don't already know how to trade. Because it's going to alert all these bad inverse fair value gaps too. And so you're going to have to be able to decipher for yourself, like, is it a good setup or not? And I think, like, that's where you just, it's mainly helpful for the alerts, Dodgy's indicator, but I don't think Dodgy's indicator is helpful for anything other than just alerting you to say, hey, there might be a possible setup, right? So, anyway, did I screenshot this yet? But once again, guys, I'm still only semi-profitable. Like, in all honesty, in the last few, bit of time, I'm kind of, less profitable than profitable, let's just say. But that's because my discipline off the chart has been slacking. And so if I can get my discipline off the chart back up, then I'm going to be more profitable again. So as much as I wish it wasn't the case, my discipline off the chart affects my discipline on the chart. And I wish it was easier than that, but it's not. Yep, exactly. That's how you have to look at it. Let's go ahead and make this red. I've never done this before, but I like distinguishing whether it was like YM or S&P. Okay, let's go ahead and screenshot this now. I've never done that before, actually, but I think that's kind of cool. So this was a inversion at 6:30, 15 minute. So let's do two more, and then I gotta move on with my day. 6:30 IFVG, 15 minute, saved. Yeah, man, trading is so hard. If it was easy, everyone would do it. That's exactly, you have to understand, the market dynamics, right? Because the people who are good, they are making so much that they are making all the money that the 99 or 95% is losing, right? Because if you're a good profitable trader, it just compounds on itself. It scales. Like you can make infinite money from trading. So in order for the 99% to provide for that 1%, they have to be losing so much, you know? So there's this crazy market dynamic of the 1 to 10% of traders that are profitable are making so much that the 90% are losing that much. It's crazy. The dynamic behind it is crazy. Anyway, but the cool thing about trading is if you can get good, like if you can really understand everything, for instance, like if you know like higher time frame is drawing up to here, let's say, eventually you're going to be able to have crazy, really good trades, right? I'm not saying anyone should be doing that. Like I'm not to the point where I can do that. I'm just trying to get 1-to-1s and 2-to-1s and stuff. But I'm saying eventually, when you know higher time frame draws, you can just leave runners and see how the runner would have just kept going. So it's just, it's a learning process. And once you get really good, you're going to be able to get these sniper entries within higher time frame models. Like for instance, what is this? This is probably like so you have a daily order block here that swept out this low. So this is how you frame a market maker model, by the way. You look for a key level, a daily order block, so here you have a daily order block. See this down close candle that swept liquidity, and then 1 hour change of state of delivery. Whoops. So since you align the daily with the 1 hour, right? Here's the 1 hour change of state of delivery. And so you can see this trade, right? This trade is delivering from the higher time frame. See how this is a higher time frame model. This is a daily OB, 1 hour change of state of delivery. So let's get rid of all this because it's kind of... Or maybe you can mark it out like this. I like to mark it out as kind of like the highest one to me. That's just the easiest way for me to do it. I mean, maybe you can mark it out like lower, but I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of personal preference, I guess. Here, 1 hour change of state delivery. Maybe this is kind of getting into the weeds a little bit, but what I'm saying is we were in this higher time frame model. We were within this higher time frame model. So daily OB, 1 hour change of state delivery. So now you have your bias, which is the market's expanding to the upside, right? Lower time frame, you're looking for lower time frame longs within this. So anyway, but yeah, like I was saying, we should do 2 more. Let's go ahead and do 2 more. Two more setups. Let's see. Probably with something on the lower time frame in here. Once again, I liked this, but it's just not obvious enough. We're gonna go run liquidity. So I did take this. It was break even, and then we ended up hitting previous day's high. I think this was a market open wick. Now, I'm not going to lie, market open wicks are basically, like, I've seen it get to the point where, like, basically market open wicks are like data wicks. They're almost the same. Like, I might as well consider it a data wick. I don't know if Dodgy does, but, like, I've noticed that it is kind of like a data wick. Can you explain transactional liquidity? Because my losses always come from this. What do you mean by transactional liquidity? So yeah, we had the only news we had today was at 10. Yeah, no obvious data wick, but this was a 9:30 market open wick, right? So like, even though this isn't a data wick, this is a market open wick. I like that as a draw on liquidity. So then we go down. Let's see here. I don't see anything super obvious. I mean, sure, there's this inversion. I probably wouldn't take it, but I don't know. Maybe if you have conviction, you could. I guess there was SMT, huh? Actually, I guess it's not bad, honestly. Because SMT, you know what? We have SMT. See how this makes a higher low and this makes a lower low. And then we're delivering probably from a fair value gap. I don't know, it doesn't look like it actually. Okay, anyway. This is like a 5-minute fair value gap. All this together is like a fair value gap. Like anytime you see it, even though it's not one fair value gap, it's essentially a fair value gap. And then 1 minute. Yeah, so conceptually, like, why is there a fly here? Maybe you could take this. I still probably wouldn't just because I'm extra picky, but I mean, I don't know. Like I always say, I'm just trying to get better. But like, it's not all draws on liquidity are created equal, as I always say. Like, this is a really nice draw on liquidity. This is a giant within the higher time frame context. Maybe like put stop loss there and then there you go. So you can probably go break even pretty quickly. I don't know, that's a little too soon. It's probably fine to go there. Transactional. I don't even know. Like, could you elaborate on what you mean by transactional liquidity? Okay. One more after this. 940. IFEG. I think the immediate movement before entry. Example, we are aiming for buy stop. We execute a sell trade before it hits our buy stop. How will you know? Okay, hang on. I'll read that in a second. Sorry. Okay. Let's make sure I put that in where it's supposed to go. Put it in the wrong folder. Wait, what? What? I accidentally... Okay, let's just resave it. But like as I'm saying, like I'm only targeting in between 1 and 2R, so I'd take profit within here, personally. If I did take that, which I probably wouldn't. Oh, I already saved it. I saved it as 5. Oh, whoops. I saved it as on the wrong date. That explains it. Okay, let's go to, yeah, put it in Tuesday. Yeah, there we go. Okay, one more and then I'll be done. Okay, Rendikers, let me read what you said. The immediate movement before our entry, example, we are aiming for a buy stop. We execute a sell trade before it hits our buy stop. How will you know it's about to change for you to enter the sell? The immediate movement before our entry. I think you're talking about a liquidity sweep, but I'm not exactly sure. But like, if you're talking about the whenever I mark this out, like this, like see how we pop off that old low? This is a liquidity sweep, and it's just whenever you just get a reaction to an old high or an old low. So like pop. See how we pop off of it aggressively? That's the liquidity sweep. Whenever you pop off an old high or low. So that's what you want to see first before you frame your trade. Check it out, Jake, on the 5-minute chart. I feel like today was the fib tool was the way to go. Price always pulled back to the 6.818 level. Leg up from 930 bottom to wick to the high of the wick. Okay. Let me measure that out. $9.30 5-minute chart. So you're saying, like, oops. Oh, whoops. That's not right. Oh. Wait, I still need to set up the other version of the fib tool. Well, check it out. From here to here, you're saying 0.618. Oh, man, I need to actually set up a setting for just the 0.618 and whatever. But I have this, so I'll mark this out. So like this to this. Oh. Wait. Higher. Oh, like this? Dang, I didn't even realize that. That was so OP, huh? From wick to wick, we went right to 0.618. Is that what you're saying? Is that how you measure OTE? Like right here, 1008. It's definitely interesting. I'm getting what you're saying. Point here to here, we went right to 0.618. Yeah, I'm still getting better with OTE, honestly. That's one of my weak areas, but I think that's what you're saying. Pretty cool. Anyway, one more trade. Let's do one more trade. I like how we had all this generate here, and I'm wondering there might have been something within this. So let's go ahead and look at that. We generate liquidity. Look at all this time we just generate liquidity. We fail, and then we come down. That's crazy, dude. You're a beast. You're a beast. So yeah, I love how we just fail. We fail like 3 times, and then we come down, pop off the low, and I'm wondering if there's an entry within this. So let's go look. Probably like I'm thinking on the 32nd. I'm not gonna lie, there kind of is. Like I like this. I like this where we have this old gap here, and then this. I like this close. So I'd probably say this is okay. Yeah. I don't know if I would take it, but I'm just marking it out like I like it. So I'd probably take profit there. It's a nice 1.4 to 1. But yeah, I like how we sweep out this low. Sweep out this low, come down, come down, come down. Boom, that explosiveness. I love that explosiveness. Now, would you actually catch that? I don't know, but I don't know. I just like marking stuff out that I understand, like that I see, right? And you can see we go, and then all this becomes a stop run here. So liquidity sweep, inversion, good liquidity. I'm trying to do consistently 9:15 to 11:10. I'm trying to have that be a live stream. But once again, I'm working on my discipline outside the charts. I think that's my biggest weakness right now. And hopefully once I master that, I can start taking some better trades. But yeah. Anyway. I think stop loss going around here would be fine. I'd probably, probably right here. And then there we go. And then inversion. And then, yeah, we go run all this. I mean, isn't it just so obvious to you that once we close this, above this, we're going to go run all these highs? I mean, it's just, to me, it's just like clear as day. Like, yeah, if we get this momentum candle that closes above this gap, we're going to go run these highs. You could see, like, imagine if you knew the draw on liquidity was higher, you could get like 6 to 1s and stuff. But, like, what am I trying to do? I'm just trying to go for 1.4s because guess what? I actually want to make money. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and screenshot it. And then I could look at more stuff, but I don't know. I think I just got to move on with my day. But yeah, this was a good backtesting stream. And once again, like, I probably wouldn't take this. I'm not saying that I would because this is a very niche specific trade. The price action is not amazing. But I am saying, like, it's cool to notice stuff like this, right? It's cool to notice, like, when we inverse this, we're going to go run these highs here. So, anyway. 10:45. Because this isn't the most obvious thing in the world, but it's still decent, right? So, 10:45, IFG, 30-second. And then, yeah, I think we're good. 30-second, 10:45, IFG, 30-second. Yeah. Should I do one more? I could do one more. I could do one more. I'm thinking from now on, I'm just gonna have my journal be my spreadsheet because I already write up in my spreadsheet. Like, when I record my trade, I write it up in here. Like, so I don't know. It's kind of pointless to have two journals. I feel like I could just put everything in there. But anyway, like I said, I need to work on my discipline off the charts. I have not been trading well. It's just because my discipline off the charts isn't there, right? What up, M Vega? I'm about to be done, but I am looking around. Maybe, mark out one more trade, and then go off the charts. Let's just do one more. Let's do one more, and then I'll get off the live stream. Let's look at one more. So I'm thinking this is actually pretty decent. We have triple equal highs. See that? Triple equal highs. We have this really nice consolidation here. See that? accumulation, manipulation. So sweep out the low. And then once again, like I trade liquidity. I don't trade when I see this pop off this low and I see this AMD, I know we're at least going to go to these triple equal highs, right? So I trade liquidity, not yeah. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I trade conceptually, I don't trade the actual, like, has to be like people who trade like, oh, I want to see this inversion or that. Like, I need to trade like what is actually going on the chart. This is a consolidation. We have triple equal highs. This is where people are going to get stopped out. And so accumulation, pop, see how we aggressively pop off that low, and then we get this inversion. I mean, I'm using 2 candles as one, yeah, but I still think this is nice. And then pop up to those triple equal highs. Once again, it's not super obvious, so I probably wouldn't take it, but I like noting stuff out like this because, as I mark out stuff like this, it helps me conceptually to be able to trade better in the future. Just conceptually marking stuff out every day. Even if I maybe wouldn't necessarily take it, because I like taking stuff that's a little more obvious than this. But still. Okay. Saving this. And 854. And there, was there SMT too? Yeah, this was nice actually. You know what? Let's go ahead. Let's gonna mark that as well. You can see that right there. There was SMT. Okay, this will be the last one. Oh, let's just mark this out as manipulation, just because we wanna, show how it's all related. Accumulation, manipulation, pop to the triple equal highs. Bang. You ever feel like it's just like a wrestling match, and this is where you pick them up and slam them to the ground, right? That's kind of what this feels like. Is here's most everyone else. Oh, they're induced, right? They're excited. They're gonna short, and then they're getting slammed against the wall, like very aggressively, right? They're getting all the money is getting hit out like a piñata right at these triple equal highs. That's what's going on. Okay, so saving this. Um, 8:54, 3-minute IPG. Okay, I'm gonna be done. And yeah, I know not all these trades are perfect, but price action is not that great right now in this. So anyway, I'm gonna be done. I'll try and do a backtesting stream every day now, honestly, because I think it's really helpful. But like I said, I'm just trying to get better with you guys. I'm not doing perfect right now. I'm just trying to get better, and by doing backtesting every day, that's how we get better. So, and I'll try and be more consistent with the live streams as well. All right. Anyway, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know if I'll do a market recap today. I'm going to try, but I don't know. I'm going to just do my best. So I will see you guys.